Hello, my name is Dr. Neil Hawkes. I'm the founder of Values-Based Education. It's my privilege to talk to you today on this World Values Day. It's a day when we really think about the role of values in our lives. And the values we're thinking about are what I call enhancing values, those values that help us to be the best people that we can possibly be. Values such as respect, cooperation, altruism, justice, equity. These are the values that make us wonderful human beings. They are actually a part of our natural essence. Neuroscience is showing that we are cooperative and that we look for connection with each other. The wonderful book by Dr. Mark Williams, the wonderful Australian professor of cognitive neuroscience, his latest book on connection is really worth having a look at because it shows that the values that we talk about in values-based education is indeed a part of our natural way of being in the world. So on this day, let us renew our commitment to our own values. Let us also think about our hearts. When I was in India in July, I was visiting a local temple and a little boy ran up to me full of excitement and he said, "Oh, hello, can I talk to you for a moment?" And I said, "Of course you can talk to me." And he said, "I've always wanted to talk to someone like you. I've seen people like you on the television, but I've never seen anybody close up with your color skin." And I said, "Oh, that's fascinating, isn't it?" And he said, "Yes. Is it all right if I touch you?" And I said, "Of course it is." And we broke down barriers and we had the most amazing chat and really understood that really we were incredibly like each other because we were passionate about understanding other people. His mum ran up to me and said, "Oh, I'm sorry if he's been bothering you." And I said, "Not at all. It's been a great privilege to talk to your son." And she said, "Well, what I'm doing is helping him to be proud of who he is, not arrogant, but proud. And I've taught him to respect other people and to find out about people and not make assumptions and judgments just because someone looks different." I said, "That's incredible. You're teaching him all about values." And I told her about the conference, the local conference in India that I was speaking at. And we've continued exchanging emails. She's interested how we can bring more values into the local schools where she lives. Anyway, when I was talking at the conference a day or two later, I referred to that incident with the lady and the wonderful boy. And I said it reminded me of hearts, our three hearts. Did you know you've got three hearts? Of course, not really, but metaphorically speaking, we can say we've got three hearts. The first heart is our physical heart, which keeps the blood pumping round us and make sure we're healthy, etc. The second heart is our spiritual heart. You can think of your spiritual heart as the essence of who you are, all that is great, all the values, the positive values such as respect. I'm sure they reside in our spiritual heart and make us authentic. Whenever we speak from our heart, I think we speak authentically. I think many of the problems of the world is because we overthink, we think too much, and we don't use our hearts in order to think, well, is this the right thing I should be doing or saying at this particular moment? The third heart is our emotional heart. Our emotional heart is full of ups and downs and feelings. During this recording, I've had a range of feelings, as you can imagine. Those feelings we have to, in my view, have an understanding about, a compassion for, but we need to educate them and make sure that they're in alignment with our spiritual heart. And this is where values-based education comes in. I believe and see through the thousands of schools worldwide that are now looking at all the various forms of values-based education, that those schools actually are educating their emotional heart and so that they can be leading in a way that I call ethical leadership. I had the privilege of talking at the United Nations in May. I was deeply humbled to be invited. And I said there that what we need is leadership throughout the world at all levels that is ethical leadership. Ethical leadership is the ability to ethically self-regulate your own behavior. Just imagine a world if our politicians really did ethically lead. We'd solve all the sustainable development problems that we have in the world, and climate change being probably the most challenging. So my appeal on this World Values Day is that each of us uses our heart. Those three hearts, we think about them and we work on our emotional heart and think, how can we really be in alignment with our authentic, true nature? So I am an optimist. I hope that the world can face all the challenges. And I'm sure, because I've seen so many of you working so hard, I'm sure we can get there together. Let's connect, form community, and work together to create a sustainable and flourishing world. My warmest wishes to you all and much love.